I think most are aware of Plato being a philosopher, a lover of wisdom, better yet, a lover of Sophia. Plato's most famous contribution is the theory of forms, or ideas, which aims to solve what is now known as the problem of universals. He was influenced by the pre-Socratic thinkers Pythagoras, Heraclitus, and Parmenides, although much of what is known about them is derived from Plato himself. He is noted for contemplating the physical concrete realm versus the abstract, sort of like a theoretical physicist who postulates ideas and concepts but never puts forth any solid evidence. There is a traditional story that Plato is a nickname. The name means broad or wide, in other words, not narrow. Plato is said to be broad and strong from his wrestling hobbies, maybe a potential nod to Jacob wrestling with the angel. Plato in American English is a walled plain in the second quadrant of the face of the moon, having a dark floor. Similar to a plateau, meaning elevated, an area of relatively flat level high ground. Incidentally, the Hebrew word for world is tebel, like a table.
It's a very flat land.
In Matthew, we see the Greek word platus being used for the wide gate, as opposed to the straight and narrow. For the gate is wide, platus, and the way is easy that leads to destruction. A platus is flat, like a plot of land that is shown on a plat map. It reminds you of a plate. It comes from the Greek word plaso, meaning to form or mold, like what you do with Play-Doh. Speaking of maps, the atlas is a book of maps or charts. An iconic figure in culture today is that of a Greek titan named Atlas, portraying him as holding the world on his shoulders, as seen at the Rockefeller Center in New York City. However, the original Atlas didn't hold a globe on his shoulders, but rather a sphere of constellations, the zodiac Mazzaroth. A hemisphere is defined as one half of a celestial sphere. The earth below is terrestrial, while the heavens above are celestial. In the book of Job, Yah says of the earth that it is turned as clay to the seal, and they stand as a garment. Yah molded man from the clay of the earth. Romans 9:20-21. But who are you, O man, to answer back to Elohim? Will what is molded say to its molder? The Greek word for mold is plasma, which comes from the Greek word plaso, which is also the root word for plaques. We see plaques used in relation to the tablets regarding the covenant, Aaron's rod that budded, and the tables, plaques, of the covenant. A plaques is a flat thing, broad tablet, plain, level surface, as of the sea. Plaque sounds like plaque, which is an ornamental tablet, typically of metal, porcelain, or wood, that is fixed to a wall or other surface in commemoration of a person or event. The Torah tablets are like a commemoration to keep on our walls, the walls of our homes and our minds. In the end, we see as the nations march over the Platos of the earth, they eventually get destroyed, and truth will reign. And they marched up over the broad plain, Platos of the earth, and surrounded the camp of the saints and the beloved city, but fire came down from heaven and consumed them. Let us seek truth and not get hung up in vain platitudes of those steeped in Western philosophy. Shalom.